Around the world, there are places that even the most experienced archaeologists are not allowed to explore. These sites hold ancient mysteries, sacred beliefs, and even physical dangers that make them completely off limits. From mountains considered divine to tombs filled with deadly traps, these forbidden locations continue to attract researchers and travelers who wonder what lies beyond the barriers. Let's explore 7 real archaeological sites that remain closed to the world, and try to understand why experts are still not allowed to enter them. Number 1. Mount Kailash, Tibet, China. Mount Kailash rises over 6,600 meters in the remote region of Tibet. It is considered one of the most sacred places on Earth by several religions, including Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Bon. Each religion has its own belief about the mountain, but they all see it as a divine center of the world. Hindus believe Mount Kailash is the home of Lord Shiva, where he sits in meditation. Buddhists see it as the spiritual axis of the universe, connecting heaven and earth. For this reason, climbing the mountain is strictly forbidden. Even though thousands of pilgrims travel every year to circle around it, no one is allowed to step on its slopes. Many explorers in the past have tried to obtain permission to climb it, but both the Chinese government and local religious authorities have banned all such attempts. Legends say anyone who tries to climb it will face instant death or misfortune. Some stories even describe mysterious lights or strange energy fields near the peak. Scientists have also shown interest because the mountain has an unusual shape with 4 symmetrical sides resembling a pyramid. Yet it remains untouched, not by fear of danger, but out of respect for its sacredness. Mount Kailash continues to symbolize the meeting point of the physical and spiritual worlds, a place meant to remain pure and unexplored. Number 2. The Vatican Secret Archives, Vatican City. Deep under Vatican City lies one of the most secretive collections of documents in the world. Known as the Vatican Apostolic Archive, it holds centuries of letters, manuscripts, and official records of the Roman Catholic Church. Many people still call it the Vatican Secret Archives, a name that has fueled endless speculation. The archive contains nearly 85 kilometers of shelving, filled with more than 35,000 volumes. It includes papal correspondences, royal letters, and historical records dating back to the 8th century. Access is extremely limited. Only approved scholars can request to see specific documents, and even then, they must follow strict rules. Ordinary visitors are not allowed. Over the years, people have imagined what might be hidden there. Some believe the archive holds evidence about lost religious texts, proof of extraterrestrial life, or even prophecies about the end of the world. While these ideas are not supported by fact, it is true that many politically sensitive or controversial documents remain unreleased. The Vatican insists that secrecy is meant to preserve the delicate materials, not to hide the truth. Still, the mystery surrounding what lies behind those locked doors continues to capture the world's imagination. Number 3. The Tomb of Qin Shi Huang, Xi'an, China. One of the most famous archaeological discoveries in the world is the Terracotta Army near Xi'an. Thousands of life-sized clay soldiers stand guarding the tomb of China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang, who unified the country more than 2,000 years ago. But while the army has been studied in detail, the emperor's main burial chamber itself has never been opened. According to ancient records, the tomb was built to represent the entire empire underground, complete with palaces, rivers, and stars painted on the ceiling. It is said that rivers of mercury were used to imitate real waterways. Modern tests have shown unusually high levels of mercury in the area, suggesting the old texts were accurate. Chinese archaeologists have refused to excavate the main chamber because current technology cannot guarantee the preservation of the site or protect researchers from possible toxic exposure. The soil structure and delicate artifacts could be destroyed if disturbed. Legends also say the tomb is protected by deadly traps meant to stop intruders. Whether those traps are real or not, the tomb remains sealed, leaving historians to rely on surface studies and remote scanning. The burial of Qin Shi Huang stands as one of history's most carefully guarded mysteries. Number 4. Antarctica's hidden ruins. Antarctica. Antarctica is one of the least explored places on Earth. It is covered by thick layers of ice that hide almost everything below. Some researchers and explorers claim that strange geometric shapes and man-made looking structures have been detected under the ice through satellite images. These findings have led to many theories, from ancient civilizations to secret military bases. While most scientists explain these shapes as natural formations created by ice and rock movement, the mystery continues because very few people are allowed to explore freely. The Antarctic Treaty, signed by dozens of countries, strictly limits access to preserve the continent for scientific study. Only approved research teams can go there, and even they must stay within specific areas. The extreme environment adds to the difficulty. Temperatures can drop below minus 60 degrees Celsius, and strong winds make deep exploration dangerous. Some believe the continent might hold fossil evidence of ancient forests or even unknown species that lived before it froze millions of years ago. Until better technology and more access are allowed, what lies beneath Antarctica's ice will remain one of Earth's most intriguing secrets. Number 5. The Library of Alexandria. Lost Remnants, Egypt. The Library of Alexandria was once the greatest center of knowledge in the ancient world. Built around the 3rd century BCE, it contained hundreds of thousands of scrolls covering subjects from philosophy and science to medicine and mathematics. Scholars from Greece, Egypt, and many other lands came to study there. Tragically, the library was destroyed in a series of fires and wars, and most of its collection was lost forever. However, historians believe that some underground chambers and storage rooms may still exist below modern Alexandria. These areas are suspected to hold remnants of scrolls, tablets, or even entire rooms that survived the destruction. Modern Alexandria is a busy city built directly over the ancient ruins, making excavation almost impossible. Egyptian authorities have placed strict limits on digging in those areas to avoid damage to buildings and infrastructure. Underneath the city streets, archaeologists have found hints of tunnels and structures that could belong to the old library complex. If those sealed chambers were ever found and opened, they might reveal lost works of great thinkers like Aristotle or Hypatia. For now, the remains of the Library of Alexandria stay hidden, a silent reminder of how much human knowledge can vanish in a single moment of history. Number 6. The Bosnian Pyramids. Visoko, Bosnia. In the small town of Visoko in Bosnia and Herzegovina, a group of hills caused one of the biggest debates in modern archaeology. In 2005, a local researcher named Samir Osmanagic announced that these hills were not natural formations, but ancient pyramids built by a forgotten civilization. He named them the Pyramid of the Sun, the Pyramid of the Moon, and several others. Initial excavations revealed a network of tunnels and stone blocks that appeared to be arranged in patterns. Some researchers believed this supported Osmanagic's theory. However, most archaeologists from around the world disagreed, saying the structures were natural geological formations shaped by erosion. The disagreement soon turned political. Critics accused the excavations of damaging historical sites, while supporters claimed that the global academic community was ignoring important evidence. Because of these disputes, official excavations were stopped and strict limits were placed on further exploration. Today, visitors can still see the area, but large-scale research is restricted. Whether the Bosnian hills are the oldest pyramids on Earth or simply natural wonders remains an unanswered question. Number 7. Cave of the Mummies. Lost Valley, Peru. In the remote mountains of northern Peru, archaeologists discovered a mysterious burial site known as the Cave of the Mummies, or the Lost Valley of the Mummies. Inside these caves, more than 200 mummies were found in sitting positions, wrapped in cloth and preserved by the dry mountain air. Some are believed to be over 1,000 years old, belonging to pre-Incan cultures. Because the site is located in a fragile environment, the Peruvian government decided to close it to the public and restrict access even for researchers. The caves are difficult to reach, requiring several days of hiking through rough terrain. Authorities fear that uncontrolled visits could damage the mummies or disturb the burial chambers. Local villagers tell stories of strange lights appearing near the site at night. While these are likely natural effects of reflections or gas, they add to the mystery that surrounds the area. Scientific teams have taken photographs and samples from outside the caves, but the inner chambers remained sealed to preserve their condition. The Cave of the Mummies reminds us how fragile history can be, and how easily it can be destroyed by too much curiosity. The world is full of secrets still buried under time and belief. Which of these sites do you think hides the greatest mystery? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more stories about the hidden side of history.